let's carry on by going over here. Cool, lots more stuff. Statues?
Most of the statues were a mystery to me, but I recognized the odd face. There was Zephyrus, the god of slight breezes. And Lamentatio, the goddess of interminable opera. I thought I could see FedEx, messenger of the gods, in one corner.
FedEx. Small pool.
The only non-denominational feature in the temple was a small pool of water in the central atrium. What was I going to do? Go for a swim?
Yes, please. Oh. Totems?
Religious emblems were scattered throughout the place. The sacred lace of Hyperopia, the goddess of shoes. The holy trolley of Mr. Safeway.
Mr.
The
Safeway.
blessed chamber pot of the whinging martyrs of Constipata. Anything could become a sacred relic if you weren't careful enough. I didn't need a totem, and I wouldn't steal one from here even if I did.
Let's see what else we've got. Oh, there's an area over here, and somebody's over here as well. Can you look at the stained glass windows before you go in there?
The richer religions could afford to put up a stained glass window in honor of their deity. I could see images of the sconing of Saint Stephanie the Blonde, the apotheosis of Judas Asparagus, and the parting of the red-headed prophet. The chamber was surrounded by so many different art styles, it was hard to decide which one I hated the most.
Well, let's go into it then. Okay, stained glass window. Mooncalf, who's this guy?
I was drawn to Mooncalf by his religious fervor. He was the kind of man who wouldn't miss a single event in the temple, no matter how trivial. He also struck me as the kind of fanatic who knew 100 words for infidel, and not one for compromise.
You with the hat. Have you accepted Anu Anu into your heart?
The name isn't you with the hat, it's Luton. And no, I haven't accepted Anu Anu into my heart. Why should I?
For it is written in the book of Kelpie, he who has not the spirit of Anu Anu in his heart shall have his heart eaten by the Divine One on the day of judgment.
I'll take that chance.
Or you may mock, infidel, but the day of judgment is coming, mark my words. The signs are clear, the omens are unquestionable, the stars are right and the auguries are undeniable.
What about the auspices?
The auspices are fair to light with a small chance of Judgment Day later in the eon.
I think you're taking the auspice.
Oh dear.
So, here I am, a fresh punter. Why should I choose your religion over anyone else's?
Because Anu Anu is the true god of gods, more mighty and strong than all the others put together.
About half the gods in this temple alone claim to be the true god of gods.
But Anu Anu reveals himself through his divine miracles.
Such as?
Ever looked at your thumb? Ever really thought about it? Ever considered what you couldn't do if you didn't have a thumb?
Anu Anu is the god of thumbs.
No, but Anu Anu bites away the thumbs of the non-believer.
I'm not convinced. Anything else?
Join the cult of Anu Anu now to receive a free full-scale statuette of the great god Anu Anu, a $90 value, absolutely free. Be the envy of your friends as they roast in the fires of Sogorop.
Thanks, but I'll pass.
Anu Anu.
So what is Anu Anu the god of?
Anu Anu is about being bound to one single concept or idea. He is power incarnate.
Come on, level with me. What is he the god of?
It's not to be discussed with non-believers.
So this is less of a religion and more of a lucky dip.
Oh, I feel sorry for you on Judgment Day.
Judgment
You
Day.
keep mentioning Judgment Day. What do you
Is
mean?
that a pizza over
Mark
there?
my words, it's coming. Darkness and evil shall descend on this city, and fetid corruption shall consume the very souls of the unbelievers. Only the followers of Anu Anu shall be saved.
Darkness and evil? How exactly are we going to tell Judgment Day from any other day in our
Fair point.
By the time you realize what's going on, it shall be too late.
It generally is.
Notebook. Right. Okay, let's start from here. Mundy's
I
murder.
asked Mooncalf where he was when Mundy was murdered. He seemed to take it in his stride. Perhaps religious fanatics are used to being suspects in murder investigations.
I was
Can't think
holding
why.
service at that time.
Where?
Here, in the sanctum of the Temple of Small Gods.
So you have witnesses.
But of course, my entire congregation saw me give a glorious sermon in honor of Anu Anu.
So you can give me the names of some of your
Oh, dear.
congregation to back up your alibi.
Betray the confidence of my flock. You must think me shallow of faith, Luton, to propose such a barbaric plan of action.
Shall I take that as a no, then?
Azil.
Does the word Azil mean anything to you?
I prefer to involve myself with more spiritual matters.
Or as I like to call it, 37124. But we don't know about that yet, do we?
I asked Mooncalf if Carlotta was in the temple when Mundy was murdered. Frankly, he didn't seem very sure. His face took on a vacant look, like someone trying to remember who won the boat race in the year of the asthmatic antelope.
Yes. Yes, I believe I saw her in the temple that night.
Does she come here often?
She is indeed a regular of the Temple of Small Gods. I myself have lectured her at great length on the virtues of the cult of Anu Anu.
Why does she come here?
Why does anyone come here, Luton? For answers. For absolution. Perhaps simply out of boredom. But mostly for something to give her life a meaning.
What makes you think life has a meaning?
20 million zealots can't all be wrong.
There are 20 million members of your cult?
Not of this cult. But every religion is testament to the quest for meaning, even if our cult is the only true religion.
Don't you feel like you're just servicing a group of selfish, self-obsessed, half-wit deities whose ability to survive without you is considerably less than your ability to survive without them?
Watch your tongue, Luton. Talk like an atheist and you can expect a lightning bolt to strike you where you least expect.
I'll take my chances. Do you know a troll by the name of Malachite?
No.
That's a very quick no.
Do you know a woman named Ilsa or a man named Two Conkers?
They are not followers of Anu Anu, and I do not associate with infidels.
Guess not. Alkali.
What do you know about a dwarf named Alkali?
My time belongs to the god Anu Anu, and I thank you not to waste it.
I'm getting a lot out of this guy. Counterweight killings.
Have you heard of the counterweight killings?
I have not.
Nothing at all? Heard about any ritualistic killings in Ankh-Morpork?
Again, I have not.
I was suspicious. Most religious fanatics would have turned the counterweight killings into fuel for their zealous fire. Mooncalf's silence spoke more than words. Not literally. It wouldn't be much of a silence if it spoke. I imagine silences get kicked out of school for that sort of thing. The point was, I was suspicious of Mooncalf. There was something he wasn't telling me.
Sapphire.
I'm trying to find out why a troll named Sapphire would lie to me. Any thoughts?
I prefer to involve myself with more spiritual matters.
Okay, that's screwed out. Screwed out.
You don't happen to know how a troll singer might end up with a lot of money by any chance?
I prefer to involve myself
Guess
with more
not.
spiritual matters.
Guess he doesn't know.
Well, I'll be on my way.
I'll be here should you choose to repent. Did I tell you that we're giving away free tea towels to anyone who joins this week?
Behind Mooncalf was a beautiful stained glass window depicting Morphine, the angel of dreams, passing the recipe for the Discworld's first pizza to a mortal. If I strained, I thought I could just about see a bay leaf on the pizza. I have some more
Not finished him
questions.
yet.
Ask them, if you must.
The window.
Did your church buy that window?
We are not a church, we're a cult.
What's the difference?
Demographics. Churches appeal to the high society element. Good for funding, but bad for grassroots support. Now, your average cult has much more of a street-level membership. Not so much money, but easier to get things done.
Well, did your cult buy that window?
No. It was purchased by the Eternal Seers of Revelation Joe many years ago. It depicts the moment when the Divine Prophet was given the recipe for pizza by the Creator.
How come you're working in front of it?
The Eternal Seers ran out of support decades ago.
It figures. Now,
Pizza.
let me get this straight. The Eternal Seers of Revelation Joe worshipped pizza.
No, my child.
Revelation, Joe?
The legends say that the first pizza was created by the Klatchian mystic Ron Revelation Joe Sawadi, who claimed to have been given the recipe in a dream by the creator of the Discworld himself. Allegedly, the creator said that the pizza was what he had intended all along. Those who have seen the original say that what the creator had in mind was a small cheese and pepperoni affair, with a few black olives, and things like mountains and seas got added out of last-minute enthusiasm, as so often happens.
So who were the
I think that's
eternal
from Eric.
seers?
The survivors of the schism of the Turnwise Ones and the resulting Grand Jihad.
Grand Jihad?
Yes. After the deaths of some 25,000 people, the faithful were allowed to add one small bay leaf to the recipe.
So is this divine figure in the window the creator?
Oh no. It is blasphemy for any to depict the rat face of the creator.
Because of his divine stature?
No. Because it is clear that world creation is not a divine act, but a rather straightforward mechanical function. Hence, to praise the creator would be blasphemy.
How does the creator feel about that?
He seems content. He's had some success with his design, apparently. The details are sketchy.
Okay. Do you know this guy?
Do you recognize the dwarf in this iconograph?
I do not.
Okay, I guess. Can I give you money?
I was broke. So, here I am. What?
Oh, I've already been to this one.
No.
I'm anything.
Just really thing.
Yeah, I've already been to
Well,
that
I'll
one.
be on my way.
I'll be here.
I think I'm done here, possibly? Yeah, that goes there. That goes back down here. That's mana clips. Yeah, the doorway's there. So some interesting stuff here. Where to now? Let's go to the office. I suppose there's anything new here, is there? Not really. Notebook.
Someone had tied Mundy up and gouged his eyes out.
Lovely.
Whoever they were, I doubted they were anyone I wanted to be friends with. The murder could have been part of the so-called counterweight killings.
Forgot that you could use one thing with another thing. Cases. Sapphire.
There had to be a connection between Sapphire's sudden windfall and her lying to me.
Let's go back and see if I can talk to her again. There's the parrot. There's the dressing room. It's so quiet in here without her singing.
I've got some more questions for you, Sapphire.
Sapphire busy. Leave her alone.
Guess not. Guess not.
I'll be back.
That's what they all say.
Derp-de-derp. Derp-de-derp-de-derp. haven't really gained a lot of useful information, that's the thing.
I see Sir has returned.
Oh, he's here
Sir
again.
has.
Who would Sir like to see?
To see Carlotta.
Is Carlotta home?
Alas, no. What a shame that Sir's trip has been wasted. Perhaps Sir would like to leave now.
Tell her I called by.
Why, my loins stir at the very thought of serving you in this way, sir.
I think I'd better be going.
So soon? But Sir has barely had the chance to irreparably damage the furnishings.
Let's go back to Saturnalia. Must be something I'm missing. Okay, these guys are still here.
I really didn't want to play.
Can I play?
I had a little money I could afford to gamble, but it was a bad idea.
Okay, guess not.
Still here?
Here,
Have you heard of the counterweight killings?
Sorry.
no.
Mundy's murder looks like a counterweight killing.
Oh, I'm thrilled.
Oh, not as useful. Be nice to
I've
know
got
where
things
these
to
actually
do.
took place.
I'll see you around, Carlotta.
I wonder if Nobby's got anything to say on the matter. Hello, Nobby.
I need your help again, Nobby.
Well, okay, I suppose.
Murders, counterweight killings.
Tell me more about these counterweight killings.
I'm not really sure I should, Luton. Sorry.
Come on, Nobby. You can trust me.
Well, no. Look, Luton, I can't tell you.
Why not? Shouldn't I know?
It's not to be discussed with anyone who's not part of the case.
Ah, I see. Well, that makes sense. Obviously, you wouldn't want people not involved with the case learning about it.
Exactly.
And I'm the prime suspect in that case, right?
Well, you're the prime suspect in the Mundy case. But the prime suspect in the counterweight killings is that foreign spy who's been killing all the prominent people. Like that bloke up at Unseen University and that fellow in the Patrician's Palace.
Right. Well, I won't ask any more questions then, seeing as how I shouldn't.
Thank you, Luton. I appreciate it.
Well, I'm sure I'll be back.
Yeah, right, Luton.
There's that. I'm doing a whole lot more, really. Let's have a look what I've got in my bag.
A beautiful glittering diamond. I tried not to think that I had pulled it out of a dead troll's corpse. More importantly, I tried not to think about the fact that I stole it from the Salaci family mausoleum.
That's quite funny.
Reagan was Count von Uberwald's driver and confidant. He'd paid me to find him, or to find out what had happened to him, and had given me this picture of him to help. I looked closely at the iconograph and memorized the bold dwarf's features. The diamond tooth was very sharp.
That's going to be useful for cutting glass somewhere, I think. Okay. Back to the cafe then, I guess. suppose there's anything over this side still.
I knew full well that I wouldn't be able to get down there without permission and the right key.
If we can get down there at all. Oh, where's he gone? Might be able to talk to him now, he's not playing anymore. Everybody's gone. Captain's gone as well. Ah, there you are.
Taking a break, Samael?
Oh yes. It's not easy working the piano all night.
Well, I'm sure you deserve it.
Thank you, Mr. Luton.
You don't have to call me Mr. Samael. We're old friends.
Sure thing, Mr. Luton. Old friends. I reckon I've earned the right to call you Mister.
As long as that's what you want. How's business, Samael?
It's pretty good, Mr. Luton. How are things with you?
Not so good. I think I'm so deep in trouble that I haven't even realized it yet.
You haven't had much luck, have you, Mr. Luton?
No.
Not since the Hotel Pseudopolis.
That was when... Oh, I see.
That's okay, Samael. I don't mind talking to you about it. You're like family.
Let's see if this guy knows anything about this stuff. From the top. Mundy's murder.
Do you know anything about the murder of a man named Mundy?
Sorry, Mr. Luton, I don't know anything about that.
Nope.
Does the word Azil mean anything to you?
Sorry, Mr. Luton, I don't know anything about that.
There's not very much actual figuring stuff out here. It's just me trying everything with everybody and seeing what happens.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
Sorry, Mr. Luton, I don't know them.
Do you know a troll by the name of Malachite?
Sorry, Mr. Luton, I don't know them.
Oh boy. Ilsa and Two
Have you
Conquers.
seen
They were
Ilsa
here.
recently? You weren't expecting her to be here, were you?
No, I wasn't.
I've not seen her for a while. Last time she was here, she was with a foreign gentleman. I think he might have been from the Agatian Empire.
Yeah, that'll be Two Conquers, I guess. How come you know about the Agatian Empire? That's not common knowledge, is it?
Worked the piano for enough years and you hear just about everything.
Any idea where they might be now?
I don't know, Mr. Luton, but I think they might be in trouble.
You could be right.
Yep, that sounds about right.
What do you know about a dwarf named Alkali?
Sorry, Mr. Luton, I don't know them.
Anything else? Counterweight killings?
You hear a lot of talk around here, Samael. Have you heard anything about the counterweight killings?
Oh yeah, I've heard the talk. It's making the customers nervous.
What do they say?
Cool.
Just rumors. You know how rumors spread.
Well, let me know if you hear anything that has the ring of truth to it.
Okay. Malachite Sapphire?
I'm trying to find out why a troll named Sapphire would lie to me. Any thoughts?
Sorry, Mr. Luton, I don't know anything about that.
I think you can tell because there's a slightly different pitch, tone, when he asks a generic question like that.
You don't happen to know how a troll singer might end up with a lot of money by any chance?
Sorry, Mr. Luton, I don't know anything about that.
Okay, got to show him the picture now.
Do you recognize the dwarf in this iconograph?
Sorry, Mr. Luton, I don't know them.
Not a whole lot of use then.
Thanks again, Samael.
No problem, Mr. Luton.
Oops. No, go this way. So quiet without him playing. Didn't get a whole lot of useful information out of that, if I'm honest. Let's go back to the city map. Must be something I'm missing. I'll have to have a think about it, see what I come up with.